Roger Rabbit, I just mostly did photo roto. I don't even really remember. I did something with photos that had something to do with the roto part. I was shooting something with photos. I taught myself Photoshop, and I went over and applied to ILM. I didn't have a large portfolio. All I had were, I had taken a photocopy, and then with colored pencils, I'd drawn in a section of this photocopy of this really complicated image, and then I showed it to them. They couldn't really tell where the photocopy started and my actual drawing began. So it showed that I could do really high realistic drawing, and that got me the job. And they also wanted people who knew special effects and knew they were getting in a lot of computer people who didn't know a whole lot about all filmmaking or the culture or all the stuff that led up to it. So to have somebody who had already worked there twice on a number of different films as a camera person, it was great.
Let's talk about The Mummy.
I was put on the show as the lead digital texture painter. The whole first part of it was all development, and everything was to create the mummy and to figure out how we were going to do that. The big challenge, what he wanted, is to make sure that everybody knew, the audience knew, that it was not a man in a rubber suit. So in order to prove to everybody that it wasn't a man in the rubber suit, we needed to put holes all the way through, so you're constantly seeing into the background. And at that time, with geometry and rendering and everything, to actually create a mummy, to create a model that had all of those holes in it and geometry, it was just going to be too heavy. So they couldn't do it. So I believe it was Mike Bauer came up with the idea that we would do it by using layers of paint. So I became like one of the leading industry experts in digital flesh rot. And that was my forte. I just knew how to rot out every aspect you could of anything.